Suck it up, Fluffy. That's what they say in AA. One of my favorite AA buddies just always says it. Suck it up, Fluffy. And I guess that would sum up, my feelings and my career with Instacart, right? It's a suck it up, Fluffy kind of thing. And I've really been working on killing them with kindness, doing the best I can. Actually, the Instacart goddess provided me yesterday with 5 small batches, and it was great. It was bing, bada bing, bada bing. And there are days when I've put on over 100 miles and I've done 3 trips and made $42, right? We all know those sort of days when we're trying to just make some money, etc., etc. And I'm not proud of this, but I did take a batch with no tip. And I don't even want to get cranky and go in and see if the lady tipped me. It was for her elderly mother who lived on a lake, and she was so sweet. And then I said, that's the reason I do this. For little old ladies that, like me, maybe a little bit older, that, can't get out of the house, can't drive, just live in this beautiful pastoral setting and just have to order their food and hope that it works out, or they have their daughter help them with the Instacart. So it was sweet. She came to the door with a cane, kind of stooped over, and I said, can I put these things on the counter for you? And she said, oh, no, I'll get them. And I kind of watched her struggle getting each bag in the house. And, it's really a lonely existence for a lot of these sort of folks. And Cape Cod is 35% over 65. I'm 70, and so far so good. But, there could come a time when I'm on the other end of like just hoping for a little human contact to come my way. And so I don't even care if there was a tip. I don't want to know. I don't want to get cranky. It just stays the best for me when I think of, especially the older people that I get to. One time I got to this apartment complex. It was like senior housing, state run, federally run, and town run. And it said knock on door, right? And so I knocked on the door and I heard a yes. And I could just tell that it's just this, person. I, I didn't see them, but I could just tell they were frail and elderly, and they were the ones that found damage in the carton that I delivered, which is like, I mean, anything's possible, as we know, with Instacart, but chances of that half and half being damaged from being purchased in perfect condition and bagged, right? And so the front end manager yesterday at one of the stores I went to, she bagged both of my orders, and she's a pro, and I hadn't seen her for a while. And sometimes when they play that musical chairs of sending managers and stuff like that elsewhere, I just wondered what happened to her. And she's just a love. She's perfect for the front end, perfect with the cashiers and the baggers, perfect in getting it all done. One time I had one of those Instacart orders where not approved with your card. Have you ever had one of those? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And she figured out, you just charge like $99, as much as it takes to like complete that batch. And somehow it goes through with Instacart, but putting in the whole $212, it just wouldn't work. Also, 2 summers ago, oh my God, it was like wild. Cape Cod is crazy in the summer. That particular store is crazy, crazy, crazy. Many, 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 many wealthy people that go to Florida, come back, go to Florida, come back. They just invade the store, and it really can't handle, it's the sort of place that has the line, right? The COVID line. And because there's so many people there in the summer that live there in beautiful, used a couple of months a year type homes. And so anyway, I do my order. This is 2 summers ago. I do my order and it says card denied or not approved. And it's like, WTF, right? And it's summer. So even water could get to a slow boil in the back of a car, right? As you transport it. Doesn't matter how many thermal bags you have, there will never be enough on a hot summer day in a hot car that's been sitting there while you've purchased everything. And it said not card not approved, and she was working. And she said, there's a problem with Instacart cards today, and it doesn't seem to be accepting any of them. And she points like this way, and I look over there, and there's like 6 women like me, of course, half my age, and they all have overflowing carts of, all of it, right? The meat that's getting warm, the ice cream that's melting, the dairy that's getting, it's just a nightmare from hell. And when I had the text, this is back in the old days when you had like an instant person there and they weren't reading from a script. We know how much you love your job and you do such a great job. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Yeah. Do what I asked you to do. The main reason I contacted you. Anyway, they said to me, this is 2 years ago, if you use your own we will immediately reimburse you, and then you can be on your way. Is this something that you're willing to do? And I looked over at them. And of course, isn't it always the last trip of the day that it like happens? It was, I don't know what it was then, but I had problems yesterday on my final 5th trip. But anyway, so I said, oh, WTF again. Why not just do my own card? Let's just get this done because like, this is crazy. They aren't going to be happy with their groceries if I'm sitting there waiting, stuck on this, like everybody, and they're all going to go before me, right? At this point, because hello, Instacart from heck. So anyway, I use my own card. And if you think that sitting there with a full cart of perishables on a hot summer day is a pain, you should have seen what I went through to get my money. We don't recognize that receipt. You weren't there. That address that you delivered to doesn't exist in our file. On and on it went. For hours, I sat here in front of my computer with my phone, just like, honey, I'll be there for dinner. Just give me another second. It was an out of body experience. I was so stressed out. Eventually they did. It took 3 days though. And if you've ever had a 2 or 3 day, your money, not theirs, give me my refund moment with Instacart, you know what I'm talking about. It's not anything that you could ever talk to anybody else about except somebody that works as we do for Instacart and has a problem and they just go dumb, So anyway, she was there that day, and it was good to have her yesterday. And so I haven't looked at my ratings yet today. It is 3:30 a.m. I haven't looked at my ratings yet today, but she bagged. I already have my dialogue, right, for when I get the damaged, missing, whatever, from the scammer fraudsters. And she bagged them, and wow. She should do a teaching class on bagging. It was amazing. They weren't too heavy, but they were solid. They were perfect. What a lady, really. It's invaluable to that particular branch. And so I'm waiting for the damaged items to come from her bagging because I will, when I'm reporting the fraud, I will make sure that Instacart knows it was the front end manager that packaged them. And I'm sure she'd like to see the photo of the damaged items just like I would, so she can better what she does in her profession of being the front end manager. Can't wait. It's already been in my head. You know how we do things. It's like, you're not going to get me. I'm really trying, and it's working, to not take it personally and just, be assertive, not bitchy, not snarky, not snotty, none of the 3 S's. Well, bitchy, snotty, snarky, SSB, not being them, but really getting the point across, when I have to defend my work, just like defending this front end manager's work as well. So anyway, it's working, and I'm just feeling a little more empowered, not in a crazy cocky way, but just, more assured of what I'm doing. And it's my own trust and safety team, right? Party of one, Sarah. Anyway, thank you for listening. It's just another episode of Sarah's Travails with Instacart and the identification and validation that we can get as a community with each other. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye bye for now.